And hello everyone and welcome back to the Pumpkin Coptercast, the only video game show.
The one and only.
Yep, so today I am joined by my good friend Gremz, and together we are going to say some word talks about the most recent Nintendo Direct. So say hello to the audience that may or may not exist, Gremz.
Hello, Schrodinger's audience. Pleasure to meet you. I am Gremz.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll just get things started. Well, going in the order that I see the things. Yeah, it starts off pretty strong. Like, Nintendo Direct starts off pretty strong with a huge DLC expansion for Monster Hunter Rise. A game I have not played yet, but probably should.
Same. It's always a strong start when you involve number one, something that Capcom made, and number two, a freaking dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks neat. I should really just need to get on to buying the game. And yeah, there's not much I can say on it since I've never played a Monster Hunter in my life. But we're gonna go to what for me was the first big highlight of this. We got a new Kirby game coming up next year. We got Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Um,
I'm super hyped for this.
yeah. So it sees Kirby just waking his, chubby little baby self up on the beach, wondering what's happening. Let's see, watching the trailer right now, but the audio is off, so hopefully I do not get copywritten. Yeah, just it looks amazing just because it's Kirby and like everything's super duper bright and colorful. And we see in the first like bits of gameplay, it's a 3D Kirby, which we haven't really had, I think, at all. Like the earliest we've had was like Kirby and the Crystal Shards, which is only sort of 3D, but not really.
Yeah, 2.5D maybe. I think there's some 3D parts, but it wasn't like this. It was
Yeah.
never like this.
Oh my! It just looks amazing, and I forgot that it's been as long as it has since we've had Kirby Star Allies, and I can't wait to see what sort of cosmic god thing Kirby's gonna have to fight at the end, because that's how literally every Kirby game has like ended for like the past 20 years. Like
Yeah, you
Kirby's,
fight a bunch of bosses and then you fight God.
yeah, just like the Kirby Star Allies. It's just you palling around with three of your friends and doing the classic Kirby things of like you heal all your friends by giving them a little kiss, as you do. And then at the end, you're fighting this otherworldly horror that's like literally so big. It's like you can see it like standing waist deep in a galaxy, like it's in a pool. And Kirby's just casually flying around the universe, shooting at it.
Do you have a favorite power up from the trailer?
Let's see. Well, sword's always my favorite, but if there are new ones, it doesn't look like we've seen any of them yet.
Yeah, I don't think we saw any new ones, though I do like the needle one going kind of like Katamari Damacy like.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm so excited, and it's spring 2022, so it's like almost halfway into the next year. I want to play it now.
Yeah, it can be anywhere from what? It's almost October, right?
Yeah.
Quarter four, and saying quarter one 2022. So like anywhere from 4 to 6 months. That's too long.
Now, so we gotta wait like a bunch of filthy normies.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo throws a curveball that I didn't see coming. It's like they've announced some like an expansion to their Nintendo Switch Online program. So yeah, they're gonna be adding some N64 games. And let's see, we got the big ones like the Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, Star Fox, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario, Super Mario 64, Yoshi's Story, two other things I can't see. And
Uh, Banjo Kazooie.
oh yeah, Banjo Kazooie, the original Paper Mario, a bunch of stuff from Sega. We got Castlevania. Yeah, Castlevania Bloodline, a Contra game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Fantasy Star 4, maybe, Rise Star, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic 2, Streets of Rage 2, and Strider so far.
But it looks like it's going to be a premium.
Yeah.
I knew I kind of figured, not knew, that the 64 games were N64 games were going to get put on here, but I wasn't expecting the Sega Genesis.
Me neither. And then they just really seem to just want all of my money because like they've also have like N64 and Sega Genesis like I assume Joy-Con controllers that are gonna be sold with it. It's like damn, them's is gonna sell out good.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not surprised, and I think the Sega Genesis control pad in of itself might be good for other games because it has a decent D-pad
Mm-hmm.
just for that for like the retro games. But I would not buy. I would not pay money for another N64 controller.
Yeah.
Just because when I was a kid, I got blisters on my hands from like playing too much Mario Party back before
I
like,
think
that
something like
fishing
that
mini
happened
game.
to me too. So yeah, we don't know a whole lot about it right now. So I guess we'll come back to that later. Oh dear. And you know, we got some new footage for Splatoon 3, which I've haven't played Splatoon 2 in a while, but I hope to change that soon. But it just looks neat. Like we see all the new weapon. Like one of the weapons is like a crab mech.
Oh, Crab Mech looks super cool.
Like yeah, just I want that. Got some of the classic ones like the umbrella, the giant brush. I'm hoping they bring back the one, like the special weapon that's just like a satellite laser from yonder sky, because that was my favorite one from the first Splatoon. And yeah, and like we see even more like weird outfits to customize your character. And then we see just like the barest glimpses of the friggin' story, and we see like the octopus people, like they have fur now, which is just horrifying to think about. And
Yeah,
so,
just a slight bit terrifying.
yeah, so
I actually thought the Kirby footage was until Kirby showed up, of course. I thought the Kirby trailer was going to be related to Splatoon. And
yeah,
I was super confused. And then I saw the Splatoon footage, like, oh, that's where it is.
yep. And then there's like, and in the direct, there's the guy that giving like the squid researcher giving the presentation, and you know that guy deserves a raise for saying all of that completely deadpan.
Oh yeah, definitely needs at least a bonus.
Just like he said it, just completely straight facedly, just Like, even at the end when he's doing the pose to make the 3 in Splatoon 3, like, he still just, like, didn't break character at all. And just, like, I want that type of acting power. And we move on from one major 3 to another, because we get some much more needed informations about Bayonetta 3. Like, you see, like, the soldiers doing their soldier thing, trying their best, and, you know, they get clobbered. And then the Bayonetta just comes in and does her thing. And she lands, and the first thing we see is her legs and butt, because, you know, the Platinum knows who the audience for this is. It's me.
You're the audience.
Yeah. Yeah. So Bayonetta's got hair changed again. Going from, like, short hair to, like, the sort of almost pigtails of, like, now that I'm being reminded of it, that one girl that may or may not be her from this first Bayonetta game, but they never really explained it because, you know, Platinum is good at explaining things in these games a lot of the time, but it just looks cool. And that's really all you need. I mean, it's Bayonetta.
It puts the spectacle in the spectacle fighter. I'm still calling those spectacle fighters.
Yep.
I don't think character-driven action game suffices.
Yep. I mean, the original supernatural, the original, like, giant supernatural mom, who has since been succeeded by the vampire mom from Resident Evil 8. And just, yeah, it looks cool. It looks like you can do more things with giant monsters this time. There's a giant spider that's made out of spikes that I guess you can control, and that looks terrifying. You know, it has a scorpion tail.
Yeah, the scorpion tail came out of nowhere. I was like, what?
So yeah, Bayonetta 3. I am pretty excited. And then you're surfing along buildings because, you know, Platinum knows just how to... It's like, I don't know. It's just friggin' nuts to look at. So 2022, so sometime next year. So I guess, and then at the end, like in the last few minutes, there's a little something in the backwards. Maybe that's Dante from Devil May Cry. That's what I thought. I'm just like, why is he here? Yeah. And now we move on from, like, the big stuff to some of the headlines. And just going right down from the list. Like, we have the Mario Party Superstar, which I am friggin' psyched for, because I think that they're just taking, like, the boards from, like, the first 2 Mario games and just, like, revamping them with the Switch graphics, and it looks gorgeous.
It really feels that the plastic Luigi is actually plastic.
Yeah. Like, I remember some of these boards. I see Toadette getting ate by a fish sometimes. We see Horrorland, which I think I remember. I played that one the most from Mario Party 2. And I can't wait to be everyone's worst friend and steal their stars. And, you know, there's a nice minigames only mode, which is neat. You can, like, do online ranking, and there's the shot of that one game that I remember the most in freaking Mario Party 2, where you're driving around the road and you have to kick a boulder out of the way, and I think I played that game the most out of all of the Mario Parties. And yeah, we got new characters. Waluigi's in it, Birdo's in it, Rosalina's in it. Got some new characters, so that's nice. And
The best part for me is that it's all on, like, it all has online play.
yeah,
It's like, which is all I wanted.
I can't wait to play it. I wish I had an art book of it. And it's available October 29th, so slightly over a month. So, golly, I'm gonna have a really drastic mood swings with these games, because I'll probably be playing some of the Resident Evils around the time this comes out. So it's just gonna have a major tonal whiplash.
No, it's fine. You can just go to Horrorland.
Yeah.
Which
And
is an odd choice for a board game, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was in the original game.
yeah. And then we have a game that I didn't expect to see at all, that I think looks really interesting. We've got, what's the name of it?
Are you talking about the card game?
Yeah, the Isle Dragon Roars. Which looks really neat.
You are about to take the first.
Oops.
Oh,
Yeah.
I still need to play the demo of that. It reminded me of Hand of Fate.
Yeah, me too. I thought I thought it was like a port of one of them for a bit.
And then you saw the artwork, and it's like, no, that
Like it's kind of almost like a single player like D&D game, with all like the stats you see on screen and the way it like describes the scenery like through card text.
yeah, I still gotta try the demo.
Yeah. Oh, I want to play it. This makes me want to play this game and more D&D.
Oh, it's also in late October, October 28th, and then the Mario Party comes over on October 29th.
Oh,
Our wallets.
so much
Rip
good
our
stuff.
wallets.
Yeah, like it looks friggin' cool, and they make it look like it's all taking place on some sort of big ass wooden table. So that looks cool. So yeah, I'll have to try out the demo. And then next on the list we got some more DLCs for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, also known as the Dynasty Warriors 1. And gee, I'm sure this will be fine, because as we all know, Breath of the Wild was a super cheery, happy game the whole way through. And you get to see little baby Sidon, the little baby shark boy, right before he became just a tall ass shark man. And it's like his head seems to be the same size as a baby as it was when he's a tall boy. And you just see him charging in with the friggin' trident.
Oh, I just realized that's who that is. I was like, who is Angie Shark? Now I know.
We got Urbosa, the best of like the four of them. We got, it just looks so cool, and it's another game I need to play.
I played the demo, but I played a little bit of the first one, but I never finished either.
Oh, it looks so cool. So the expansion pass.
Also available October 29th.
Oh, come on. It's like 3 games coming out in 2 days of each other. Like, I think I'm gonna make Mario Party Superstars like a priority, just because I've had those games. I've been playing like the Mario Party game since I was 12, way back with Mario Party 6, which I got for like my birthday. Oh, I hope they remake some of those boards next. Yep. And, because this Nintendo Direct is just like a giant friggin' whiplash. We got, a natural choice. We got Chocobo GP racing a game that is similar, but due to probably litigation, is legally distinct from Mario Kart.
Or
Like,
that Sonic Mario Kart.
yeah. You can just play as a whole bunch of Final Fantasy characters, or you can do the smart decision and play as the Chocobo. Because it's a bird with friggin' super roller skates. It's like, oh, it looks so cool. I just need to play some. I just need to remind myself to set time for some of these games. Because, it looks neat.
I'm not particularly enthused, but I could see, like, my nephew or my niece is liking it and stuff like that. I think that the most interesting part I see is that the power ups, you can chain them kind of like I'm sure other kart games have done this. Diddy Kong Racing though,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like you can collect the same kind of power up to make it stronger. It's on the character specific powers I guess they have. They kind of look cool, but I mean it looks cool. I think I would wait for a review though before buying it,
Yeah.
but that's just me.
And
But
then, yep.
also Chocobo on skates.
Yeah. Chocobo and skateboard. I mean, roller skates, whatever. And then we have, some other just. I mean, the pandemic is still happening, so we should have one of, like, the game that's helped, like, millions of people all over the world through the pandemic. Like, some, like, new DLCs is coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons, which, I'm excited for, and just, I gotta get back into it, which I will hopefully do soon. And just, Brewster's coming back. I mean, just who knows what other type of stuff is happening. It looks exciting.
Yeah, there's like two directs coming up. There's an Animal Crossing direct in October, and the new Smash Fighter is getting announced.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. October's going to be quite the month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I can't wait to find ways to make my island gayer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. I gotta play it more. Anyway. Like this. Oh dear. Like this next one I'm kinda about, because, Dying Light, which are like open world, like sorta zombo games. But it's like first person and maybe use parkour, but I'm kind of not on board just because it says cloud version, which I presumably mean you'd need like the internet's on all the time. So I'm less than jazzed about it. But the plus side, the first one is coming out just regular. So it's like with no like online connection needed. So that one at least looks interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it could be pretty neat. So, just, it's not much to say. Oh dear. And then we're on to, the thing that took me by surprise when I saw it for the first time. We got Triangle Strategy. It looks so dang pretty. It looks like the same way the Dragon Quest III remastered is coming out is gonna look. With high definition pixels and everything.
I think it's the same people as the Octopath Traveler people.
I think so. Yeah. It looks like in real life it would be the world's most expensive board game.
Mm-hmm.
And they got, just difficulty options, like they improved the UI, changing the camera, reviewing dialogues, just like basic conveniences, which I think is just gonna make this even more of a sure thing than it already is. I just want it. I just want it. There's so many. And it's coming out March 4th of next year. So yeah. I want it so much. it looks so dang pretty, and I love those types of tactical games. And yeah, and now we move on to the one that's I'm sure most people are the most excited about. We got the return of Metroid. We got Samus Metroid's New Adventure, which I'm sure will be fine and nothing will go wrong.
Oh yeah, Metroid games are totally where everything goes fine and nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, so Samus is on this planet where these killer robots are happening and they're crawling after you. And she's trying to find out if, like, the X virus from Metroid Fusion is back. And who knows what's gonna frickin' happen there. I tried
Oh, that
playing
comes out.
Metroid Fusion in the days of the Nintendo Wii U, but it was just the port, like, it just felt, it didn't feel like as precise, like they hadn't perfected, making the port smooth as butter yet. But who knows? Maybe they'll, like, remake it the same way they made, like, the second Metroid on the 3DS. But who knows? It looks neat. I might give it a try. And going from happy to even happier, we got, everyone's favorite happy game, Disco Elysium, which is, just done a bang up job. Like on, like, Steam and everything, and is coming to the Switch, which is, like, from what I understand, like, the dialogue heaviest game I've ever seen. It's just, like, so many different types of endings, of dialogue options, and just it looks like several very gross detective stories, and just I know nothing about this, so I can't really form many thoughts on it. But I don't know, considering how many people have been singing its praises, this I have a feeling this might be the game that'll just, like, draw me in and never let go.
Well, the good thing is that it's the final cut, so it's all voiced.
Yeah, that's neat. I'm glad a lot more. I'm glad we live in an age where, like, adventure games can just, like, do that reasonably. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably gonna just draw me in, but I can't say for sure yet. Then, a big surprise that I didn't see happening is that, let's see. Oh yeah, they're announcing a whole bunch of like game collections in this next segment. We got the Shadow One Trilogy, which has, like, sort of XCOM like strategy, and it's like regular fantasy creatures but sort of sci-fi. This looks cool too. I haven't played any of these types of tactical games in, like, ever. So yeah, it looks neat. And then we got the thing that I think most people were psyched about. We got the Castlevania Advance Collection. So we got, let's see, at least 4 we got Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrow, Dracula X. Oh yeah, we got those 3. And, just, like, what immediately made me just more on board is the fact that it's got the rewind function that, some of the Nintendo Switch online games have. You got save states. You can map buttons to make them what you want. They've got like different language options and, like, a artwork gallery, but the ability to rewind is just automatically has me on board. Just because, those old games are not always pleasant experiences when you have to play the same level over and over again.
Yeah, I wish it I kind of wish it had Symphony of the Night, but I'm pretty sure that would be its own release.
Yeah. Hopefully that game will have rewind stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exciting. So, and then a game I wasn't expecting that I haven't played. Like, ActRaiser's coming back. The combination, side-scrolly actiony game and, life simulator. So, yeah, it looks... I don't know. I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know a whole lot.
I've seen some playthroughs of it, but I've never played it myself. It's like part city management, part shoving a sword in a minotaur's pectorals.
Yeah. I mean, some people have been, like, saying stuff like some of the artwork doesn't look the very best, but, I haven't really I never played the first one, so I can't say it from the view of someone who grew up with it, but I don't know. I think it looks neat. You play as the friggin' some sort of knight in shining armor and stab things, then you play as a giant-headed angel baby. And you can switch between, the new music and the stuff from the original game, which that looks neat. And yeah. So yeah, then we come to the one that's probably got people most freaked out. We got the second chapter of Deltarune, the sequel maybe to Undertale. And just, as soon as it was tweeted out, everyone was freaking out about it. It's like, who knows? I mean, it looks like they definitely, amped up the quality of... Toby Fox amped up the quality of the animations and everything. Because you see people actually moving around more. I mean, I wonder if it'll be the same, kill everyone, or maybe not if you don't want to do it. Oh yeah, and it's free. The first, chapter 1 and 2 are currently free on Deltarune. Because, Toby Fox is probably still making an obscene amount of money from Undertale. So, he probably doesn't need to charge for anything for a while.
Well, I think he said he wanted to, the official reason he gave was that, it's been kind of a rough while, so he wanted to
Yeah.
give it out to the world. I don't have the exact quote in front of me, but
Still a bit.
But he also recommended, hey, maybe you should throw money at an indie game.
Yeah. It's still the first 2 chapters of this game, which I haven't played the first chapter. It's gonna be a friggin' trip. Yeah, it's free, so why not buy it? Why not just download it and play it right now? And they rounded out by showing just a demo reel of new games that are coming out. We got Hot Wheels Unleashed, which is certainly a game. It's certainly a game that exists. We got Surviving the Aftermath, which I guess is another survival type, build up a base type of game. We got Shin Megami Tensei, a series I know nothing about, but it looks pretty. We got Wreckfest, which doesn't look that super good. And we got, I guess, a digital bundle of classic Namco games. We got Rune Factory 5, which I guess is a life sim, Farmville and everything.
Harvest. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
Harvest Moon. But I think the opening cutscene. Let me see. I'm trying to.
And it cuts and it opens up with these two girls with giant eyes, because it's an anime style, getting married, and that looks all neat.
Mm-hmm.
And you see them planting stuff, I think punching monsters, and yeah, it looks neat. Overall, this is I'm unashamedly biased in Nintendo's favor most of the time, but this is It definitely gave me a boost of good brain feels. Like, just to see all this stuff, just to see, like, the Nintendo people just presenting it. And, just... I guess we should just say some words about it. They announced some of the cast for Illuminations Mario movie. And, people have mixed feelings about it.
Yeah, I guess that's why somebody released or put up a bingo card for the Nintendo Direct, and the internet is mad as a free space, and I think this is peak. The internet is mad.
Yeah, let's see. We got. I got.
Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yep, Chris Pratt as Mario. It doesn't. Ugh, it's no.
Anya Taylor-Joy is Peach. I don't know anything about her.
Charlie Day is Luigi, which is probably going to be the best part of the movie. And Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong, which I wasn't expecting Cranky Kong to be in it. I thought they were just going to stick with like the core cast. Jack Black as Bowser, which I guess I gotta see now. I gotta see this movie. And
Yeah, that's the one where that's the casting choice where I texted my sister's like, Jack Black is Bowser. It gave me like severe Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik vibes. I think he's gonna steal the show.
yeah,
And Keegan Michael Key
as Toad. I don't know how to feel about. Like, I don't. What could his voice for possibly be?
Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and like the reason people are hesitant about this is like twofold. One of the like the one that affects like it that's like notable to the industry as a whole is that they're wondering like why not cast voice actors instead of movie people who don't do a whole lot of voice acting. Like, why is Charles Martinet not voicing Mario in the Mario movie?
Yeah, they said he would be making cameo appearances. It's just like,
who knows what that could possibly mean. And just like to make things a bit heavier, like a reason people are hesitant about Chris Pratt specifically is because I can't remember when this started, but I guess in the recent like couple of years, it's been just stated that Chris Pratt is like belongs to a church that has been just noted by people who know this sort of thing as being super anti-LGBT. And people are like, the fact that he hasn't really admitted that there's like, I guess, scummy or just like left the church is causing people to raise every single conceivable eyebrow. So yeah, if you're wondering why people are upset about Chris Pratt specifically, that's why. But just who possibly like I don't know how this is. I still don't know how this is gonna play out, just because like these characters haven't really been voiced very much ever. I don't know how this movie. I kind of want to see it for like Charlie Day and Jack Black as Luigi and Toad, because I feel like they're gonna steal the show.
maybe we should watch the '90s cartoons one day.
Yeah.
I actually have the box set for Super Mario Brothers 3. That set of cartoons. I highly regret it. It's I prefer the Super Mario Brothers Super Show if I had to choose.
It's Captain Lou Albano and Danny Wells.
Exactly.
And Sergeant Slaughter sometimes.
Yay. I'm also hesitant because it's an Illumination film.
Yeah.
They're the Minions people, right?
Yep, they've made the three Despicable Me movies and the Minions. So, just like the animation will probably be good, but people are hesitant about everything else about it. So, yeah.
I'm probably gonna wait for more information before I decide whether.
Yep, I don't know if I should be happy or afraid at this point. But yeah, that was September's Nintendo Direct, and all in all, I'm pretty happy about it. Like, my highlights are, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, because I love that boy so much. Just, oh, it's gonna be, and Mario Party Superstar, because I'm hoping that like this game will result in like more of the older Mario Party boards getting remastered, because it looks so pretty. It makes me wish it was a game show I could be on. And yeah.
There's an idea.
And yeah, so what are your highlights, Gremz?
Well, besides Kirby, I like the triangle strategy, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Not so hyped about the name, but the actual game looks pretty cool. There's also Metroid Dread. As long as you keep that Disney Magic Kingdom thing away from me, we're good.
Don't want to go on some sort of fun magical adventure as your original character do not steal?
I'd rather play the Mario Golf.
Yeah, Mario Golf is awesome. You're in a golf tournament and you stay in a cabin with your new best friends Toadette, Charge and Chuck, the football one, and a Boo, and the house is just like run by a friggin' Birdo. And there are boss battles in it because I guess why not? Because Mario sports games are just extra like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Gremz. Before we sign off, would you like to tell like our audience who is hopefully there listening to this right now a little bit about you?
Oh well, I am also known as GremlinzRUS. I shitpost on Twitter a lot, and I also stream twice a week on Twitch.
Yay! So if any of you heard that, go on the Twitches and give her a follow. And yeah, so Gremz, what was the game you first discovered back when video games were a new thing to you? What introduced you to video games is what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm the middle child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you having known me for a while could probably. I was like, oh yeah, totally middle child.
Yep.
But my older sister had a not Super Nintendo,
mm-hmm.
regular Nintendo, and we played the crap out of that when we were kids. I want to say it's like, I think like either Mario or Duck Hunt were like the first games I played. We also had that like Olympic game with like it came with its own like attachment. It was kind of like a Dance Dance Revolution pad you could plug in.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like we didn't actually feel like running, so we would just like sit on the floor and like smack our hands on the buttons to make it go.
That sounds like something I'd do.
That's because I'm 36 and therefore ancient by internet standards.
Yeah. So, like, what would you say was your favorite games when you were, like a small Gremz, a gremlin, a gizmo, if you will?
Babby Gremlin.
Yeah.
Babby Gremz. I think if I had to pick one, because it was like the NES, it was like Mario 3 or something. I would say,
Mm-hmm.
or like the Little Mermaid was also pretty cool. And then we got a Sega Genesis, and Sonic was super cool. And then after that, it was pretty much Nintendo consoles all the way through.
Yep, that's about the same here. And what would you say has been your like favorite game or games now?
Well, if we go off of my length of time played, I guess Stardew Valley. So I have almost 400 hours in it now.
Oh damn.
It's like 383. But I I did enjoy the crap out of Deltarune. Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition was
Yeah.
also a game I played this year that I really really liked.
Oh, love that game.
But there is also an airport for aliens currently run by dogs, which was a delight and a treat.
Oh, I remember that at PAX. I remember PAX. Oh,
I
so
miss
long
PAX.
ago.
Yeah.
Hopefully, not too much longer. So, yeah. If you enjoyed me, Big Debbie, and this duck talking about like the Nintendo Directs, and you want to see more of just my inane ramblings on the show, you can, like and subscribe and all that. Hit the bell to get informations on when I launch videos. And if for some reason you just like decided you just really don't like extra money, you can go to patreon.com/thepumpkincoptercast and give me some money. And yeah. And just if you're interested in Gremz styles, look for her stuffs on the Twitters and the Twitch. I think is like GremlinzRUS for most of it.
Yeah, Gremlins with a Z or Z if you're outside of the U.S.
Yeah. And yeah, this has been the Pumpkin Copter Cast, and as I say at the end of every show, have a gourd day, everyone.
Bye bye.